Hello everyone, I'm Minjie Qiao. I'm honored to share my presentation. The topic of my presentation is about planning and management of staff development programs. Okay, now let's look at the name of the workshop. How to help teachers improve their psychological construction. Strategies for improving teachers' realistic social psychological construction for students. The number 2 theme of the workshop: improve teachers' psychological construction, ensure teaching effect. Explanation of choosing the theme. British scholar lecturer first proposed the concept of psychological capital, which was mainly applied to the study of incentive system of human compensation system. Mark pointed out that mental capital, such as expectation, active attitude, and perseverance, affects the behaviors and performance of employees and the sense of belonging to the organization. Okay, the target participants: 20 school principals or vice principals who are responsible for psychological construction from 20 middle schools in Chengdu City. Justification: school principals are responsible for keeping the whole school on track, so it is also their duty to manage teachers' development at schools, which includes constructing teachers' spiritual construction. In China's medium-sized public schools, there are usually 2 vice principals. They work to assist the principal, but they have different duties, and one of them is responsible for teachers' development, including psychological construction. Therefore, school principals or vice principals who are responsible for teachers' spiritual construction from 20 middle schools in Chengdu City will be invited, as they have a direct responsibility and play crucial roles in constructing teachers' spiritual construction. 4. Venue: how to help teachers improve their psychological construction. Strategies for improving teachers' realistic social psychological construction for students. Number 5. Problems faced by the community. Elvin's study found that the lack of internal psychological capital tends to lead to work mood and job withdrawal, psychological and ultimately psychological behavior of job burnout. Based on a large amount of data, Larson made an in-depth study on the improvement of job burnout by positivity psychological quality, and found that psychological capital such as expectation is negatively correlated with job burnout, and the overall psychological capital of workers can better predict the job burnout mode of teachers than single factors such as self-cognition, perseverance, expectation, and self-estimate. And overall psychological capital can well predict the dementia risk of employees. At present, how to develop and use the psychological resources of teachers with good mental state and potential advantages, enhance teachers' sense of belonging and identity to schools, and improve the quality of educational human resources has become a new challenge for school management teams. Number 6. The knowledge, technology that will be transferred to the community. Experiences of handling real cases. For example, participants' experience of teachers' behavior when they have negative psychology. Participants' experience of teachers' behavior when they have positive psychology. Relative communication skills, for example, verbal tricks of enlightening teachers. Formal and informal psychological counseling. Relative relation building skills, for example, how to enhance daily interaction with teachers, how to build a bridge between management level and teacher level, how to resolve conflicts between management level and teacher level. Approaches to constructing teacher psychological construction, for example, giving possible benefits and welfare treatments that can be decided at the school level, overcoming teachers' personal difficulties in position. Number 7. Objectives of the workshop. To improve teachers' psychological construction, to understand the psychological distress that teachers often encounter, to explore effective ways to solve teachers' psychological problems, to review the drawbacks of the current teacher's psychological construction system, to identify possible improvements to the current teacher psychological construction system, to lay a foundation for relative future programs. Okay, number 8. Activities to be carried out to achieve the objectives in a timely order. Phrase A. Conducting in the morning. Form groups and inform participants. They will need to do 2 assessments and 1 final evaluation. Presentations of representatives from urban middle schools, rural middle schools, public middle schools, and pro-white middle schools on cases of handling teachers' psychological construction. Q&A section 1. Group analysis of merits and demerits of the manipulation of cases by representatives of school leaders. Assessment 1. Phrase B. Conducting in the afternoon. Group work on suggestions about better strategies of constructing teachers' psychological construction based on the shared cases, together with SWOT analysis. Educational experts share 1. Successful domestic cases of constructing teachers' psychological construction. Number 2. Current teacher psychological construction system, its drawbacks and possible improvements. Number 3. Successful teacher psychology construction cases in other industrials or foreign countries. Phrase C. Conducting in the evening. Free opinion sharing from participants. Adapt to establish an alliance of enhancing teacher psychological construction among present participants. Final evaluation. Number 9. Expected changes in knowledge, attitude, skills, aspirations of the participants. In terms of knowledge and skills, it is expected that participants will gain more knowledge about the teacher's psychological construction, more about the influencing factors of teachers' negative psychology, and more abundant skills and experiences to promote teachers' positive psychology. By listening to cases shared by other participants, participants will gain a deeper understanding of the reasons why teachers want to generate negativity from different work environments, such as urban secondary schools, rural secondary schools, public secondary schools, and pro-white secondary schools. Participants will also understand the negative impact of teachers' lack of psychological motivation and psychological negativity, so that they can pay attention to teachers' psychological construction in future leadership practice. After a series of discussions and analysis, it is hoped that participants can learn some skills from others and optimize their inner skills to achieve better practical results. In terms of attitude and mentality, it is hoped that participants will have a clearly understanding of the importance of promoting the construction of teachers' positive psychology and have a more mature view of teachers' psychology, work efficiency, and mobility. Before participating in this workshop, I believe that some school leaders did not realize the importance of building teachers' psychology because school leaders may be busy with other things, or they do not have enough sensitivity. However, this workshop will make participants deeply aware of this issue. On the other hand, some school leaders are too nervous about attrition and turnover caused by negative teacher psychology, which they see as a dire problem. Therefore, this workshop will also make such school leaders have a more mature attitude towards this issue. This anticipated change in mindset is expected to better assist the school leaders in their leadership practice and achieve better outcomes in teacher psychological building. In summary, this workshop will see the change of participated school leaders on knowledge and skills, as well as attitude and mindset. Number 10. The way change to the community will be assessed. For more a proposal to assessment and one final evaluation. Assessment 1 will be put at the end of phrase A. In this assessment, participants will be preliminarily examined whether they gained something from phrase A. Assessment 2 will be put at the end of phrase B. This assessment will preliminarily examine whether participants benefit from phrase B. Assessments are easier to do, mainly with skill choices and a few open-ended questions. The final evaluation aims to comprehensively examine the outcomes of the workshop. With more complex and diversified designs, word cloud, and more open-ended questions, it will be put at the end of the whole workshop and assess to what extent the community will change. The samples of assessment and evaluation can be seen in the content number 16. Subsidiary proposal. Perceptions of participants' involvement in activities. In Q&A sections, interactive activities, and free opening share section, how much participants' change can be perceived. Sample community members of the workshop. Have the head of the community, Mr. Liu, and MC, logistics, ICT manager, trader, lesson and propaganda manager. And for the job description for each of the community members, it has a detailed introduction. I will give you a look through about the chart. Okay, for the 13 financial management, NA stands for not applicable. In order to make an economic budget, Treasurer will also ask for sponsorship from societal business bodies other than the government. It is expected that each school will send one representative. In total, it is